Hey everyone, if you happen to just stumble across this video, I'm going to show you the step-by-step process to get a Discord bot built and invited into your server. If you were directed here from another video to get these steps, make sure that you go back to the original video so that you can finish up whatever project it was that sent you over here. I'm just creating this video right here because I use these exact same steps on so many different types of projects. All right, so step number one is obviously you need to navigate over to discord.com/developers/applications. Link is in the video description down below. Now you may actually need to sign in order to get to the Discord developer portal. Just use your Discord credentials, same as you would if you were logging into Discord normally. This will bring you to a page that looks similar to this. Obviously, you probably won't have a bunch of bots already in there. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, I'm not sure. But what we're going to do today is we're going to click on the top right-hand corner, this purple button that says New Application. Step number two is giving your application a name. Now you can essentially name this whatever you want. There's essentially no rules here. The only thing that you can't have in this name is anything to do with Discord. So it's not like you could call this application Discord bot. That wouldn't work. It won't allow you to do that. Just make sure you name it something that is applicable to whatever the project is that you're building this bot for. And of course, you're definitely going to want to go over the developer terms of service as well as the developer policy. Once you've read both of those documents, you can of course click on this checkbox indicating that you have read both of those documents and then click on Create. This is going to bring you to the settings page for your entire application. This isn't your bot yet. This is the entire application. And for most of you that are watching this video, the application itself doesn't do you much good. Some important points that you might need to make note of is your application ID and then your public key. Now, that all being said, that is very private information and you shouldn't allow anybody to see that ever. And so obviously just know that once this video goes public, this information is going to be deleted. This application will no longer exist. And if you want to give your application an icon, you can definitely do that here. Click on this button right here, and it will allow you to upload an image that will be the icon for the entire application. You will also have an opportunity to change the icon for your bot itself and not the application. This just helps you kind of organize things on that screen that you saw a minute ago. So step number three is heading on over to the left-hand side there, and we want to click on this middle button called Bot. Now, I obviously already have a bot set up on this application, but what you should be seeing is a blue button that says Add a bot to this application or Add bot, something like that. And if you have 2FA set up on your Discord account, it's going to ask you for your 2FA authentication code. Once you've successfully put in your 2FA code, it's going to bring you to a page that looks similar to this. Now, this is where we get to actually design the bot that you're actually going to see in your Discord server. So you can give it a different name. You can obviously change its icon like we said a minute ago. And if you scroll down just a little bit, you're going to see this section called Privileged Gateway Intents. Now, for most of us, none of this information is going to make any sense. The only important thing that you need to know is that for most applications that you're going to see on my channel, you have to toggle on all of these three gateway intents. So your toggles are all going to be off by default, and you obviously want to make sure that these are all turned on, and then you're going to be prompted to save those settings. Another really important thing that we have to do on this page is acknowledge the bot token. This is the identifier of the bot that any application that you're here seeing this video for is going to need. Now, something really important that I want you to acknowledge. Once you've reset the token, it's going to display up on the screen one time. If ever you need to retrieve that bot token again, you can't. You have to reset it. You can't retrieve an existing bot token. So what I suggest you do, if you're going to be using this same bot on a multitude of different applications, make sure you jot down that bot token somewhere, put it in a notepad, put it in a secure location, put it somewhere where only you know where it's going to be, but somewhere where you can easily reference it if you needed to on another project. It's incredibly important that you don't let this bot token get out into the public because it basically allows whoever has access to that token, they can take over your bot and do whatever they want with it, which can be anything from something as meaningless as the exact same thing that you're doing, or they can do malicious things which will actually get you banned off of the developer portal. Have I made it clear enough how important it is to make sure you don't share your bot token with anybody? I hope so. If ever you do need to get your bot token again, all you have to do is click on this purple button, Reset Token. It's going to ask you for your 2FA authentication if you have that set up, which if you don't, you should, and then it'll display another bot token for you. So now that we have all that set up, the next thing that we need to do is actually invite this bot into our Discord server. And to do that, we go over here and we click on the OAuth 2 menu. It'll drop down and it'll bring us to the URL generator. It's this URL that we need to use to invite this bot to our Discord server. I think I started out this video saying step 1, step 2, step 3. Not really sure what step we're on anymore. I seem to have lost count. So you're going to see a dot matrix here, and probably not a lot of this is going to make any sense to you. But the one thing that I do need you to do for most of the applications that I will have sent you here for is check this box right here next to bot. Now the next dot matrix, we can of course go through and select which things we want our bot to be allowed to do. It's just easier to give it full administrative privileges, and then you don't have to worry about the bot running into any complications with not having a certain permission to do something. Once you're done with all that, it's going to generate you a URL down at the bottom of the screen. We can just click on the purple button that says copy, which is probably behind me. Yes, of course it is. And then we can just open up a new tab in our web browser, just paste it in that URL and then hit enter. It's going to ask you which server you'd like to invite this Discord bot into. If you have admin perms on a multitude of different Discord servers, it's going to show you a drop-down list. Just make sure you pick the correct server that you actually want this bot being invited to. Once you select which server you want your bot to actually go into, it's going to ask you, are you sure you want to do this? And are you sure you want this bot to have admin privileges? We want to do a click, click, click and get that bot into the server. Once you've completed the invitation process, it's going to appear in your Discord server. It's going to go into the offline section because we haven't actually assigned it a task to do yet. As soon as you assign it a task and it starts doing whatever job it is that we've told it to do, it will come online and start doing that job. So that's how you get a Discord bot from non-existence all the way to invited into your server, ready to do whatever task it is that we're going to assign it to. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped out. If it did, you should probably shoot me one of those thumbs up. Now head on back over to the other video that sent you here in the first place and finish up your project.